Welcome to Mars.
All right, welcome back to Mars Radio. I'm here with my next guest. This gentleman is an artist, an entrepreneur. He goes by the name of MooreHouse Chris. Chris, do us a favor and introduce yourself to the Mars Radio platform, who you are, where you're from, and what it is that you do.
I'm chilling on Mars Radio, MooreHouse Chris, owner/owner, MooreHouse Enterprises, record label, cannabis company, clothing brand, all your smoke shop accessories. We create everything. We just got a whole market, videos, music.
So we'll get into all that. But where are you from, Chris?
I'm born and raised Long Beach, California, Springdale Projects.
Okay, so you're from Long Beach.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how long did you live in Long Beach?
Lived in Long Beach all my life.
And what is it that comes to mind when you think of home? When you think of Long Beach, what is it that comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind is loyalty, grinding, hustling, having fun.
So you think of the environment surrounding Long Beach rather than like a historical landmark or something.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And what does Long Beach mean to you?
Long Beach means a lot. Shit, it's my hometown. That's where we get money at. That's where we get our talents, our skill, bloodline.
Long Beach made you the man you are today.
Pretty much.
And when you were growing up in Long Beach, did you grow up with both parents?
No, I grew up with one.
So you just had your moms?
My mom, yeah.
And what was Pops doing?
Pops was doing this stuff, thizzle, you know what I mean? Responsibility, he had to run out type shit, you know what I mean?
Okay. So how did you see yourself growing up without a father as opposed to other kids that might have had fathers? Did you see any differences?
Yes and no. I always had the big homies, being from the hood and shit, we had big homies, so I guess we looked at certain homies as father figures, big bros type shit. But
That's dope. So you still had a positive male influence
yeah,
or influence in your life, even though your father wasn't there.
yeah.
Okay. And growing up, what kind of kid were you? Were you like maybe like the nerd type, or maybe the gangster type, or maybe in the girls, sports, nerd? I mean, what kind of child were you growing up?
Um, I was more so into sports,
Okay. What was your
uh,
sport of choice?
football,
Okay.
and we did a little bit of everything. I was more so studious too. I was always reading, um, learning my numbers and stuff like that. Learning the essentials. You know how I go in the household. Gotta learn your arithmetic.
Okay. Okay. So you were a good student, and you like sports. Eventually, when you're in growing up in environments where there's not a father figure around, or when there's any kind of poverty or anything like that, one leads themselves or is led to the streets. Did that ever have any impact on you, your surroundings that you were in, being around the streets or anything like that?
Um, yeah, being from the projects, it had a big impact because it was more so when you went outside, you seen the homies, flashy cars, jewels, having the ladies around them all the time, just seeming like they had it all, which they did, but it's definitely had a fat impact.
And like you just pointed out, they're the ones that are essentially the superstars, right? Those are your rappers or your ball players, essentially, as far as somebody wanting to be looking up to somebody. Those were the guys, right?
Correct, most
So,
definite.
so um, with that being said, if those were the guys that you were looking up to, is that what you were aspiring to be as a young teen?
Pretty much. Having that as the direct role model or just the quick image, that's for sure what I wanted to be like. Being a gangster, you know what I'm saying? Just being from the hood, basically like a legacy almost, just fulfilling the legacy. This is where I come from. This is what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna create the passed down generational type shit.
Okay, and then how did that work out for you?
It worked out pretty well. As y'all can see, yeah, it worked out pretty well. But it has its ups and downs, though, most definitely. But for the most part, it was a great impact.
All right. And you can't stay on the block, so to speak, forever. You can't really stay in the streets forever. At some point, there's a transition into to something more legit, right?
Right,
All
right.
right. And that's how we come across you being an artist and a business owner, correct?
most definitely.
Okay, so what was it that led you to the music since you had already mastered the other aspects of being in the streets?
What led me to the music was a great way to get out your thoughts, to talk about things directly or indirectly, to get a message out to everybody. Also,
To
um,
be heard,
to be heard,
to be
basically.
heard. A lot of people that are in the streets and then transition into music, um, I've heard this from like Stalin and a couple others that they're looking at the artist like, well, shit, I could do that, and he's talking about everything I do,
Right.
right? Was there any sense of that with you wanting to transition over to being an artist?
Most definitely. Just listening to different artists growing up, I was most definitely feeling that. Seeing what they do and what they write about in the music, I felt like a lot of artists were speaking on what I currently did at the time.
Right. Awesome. And then, so getting into music, right? Around what age was that made you want to get into music? You were still in Long Beach, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Correct.
so around what age is this like being a teenager?
Yeah,
And what were
around like
some of the early things that you did starting out getting into music?
just basically freestyling in the hood, the streets, going to different open mics, just having smoke sessions. When you chilling with the homies, having smoke sessions, and you hear a beat come on. Somebody turn on the instrumental, sometimes a cappella.
So that's what's up. So it's pretty much just group settings, hanging out with the homies, or kicking back, and then that beat comes on, and then you just start spitting. And then is this when your homies are telling you, "Oh, that was dope"? Is that where you're getting the influence to continue to do it or pursue it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah. The homies gonna most definitely tell you if something's hot or not. They gonna tell you, especially with the blunt in the air. They gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's what's up. So when did you start thinking, "Hey, this is something I can actually do. I'm good at it. I want to pursue it and take it serious"?
Just playing around with the mixtapes, recording at my mom's house. With a couple of homies of mine, and people was actually buying our mixtapes. And we were just really giving them out to the homies to play. As they going through the hood, chilling, whatever.
Yeah,
Instead of listening to mainstream artists, would just be like, "Hey, bro, like, man," or I'm saying, "Hey, my nigga, play this." Like, and certain homies have played and shit. They was giving us like donations what they wanted. So,
right.
I was just figured, why not pursue it for real?
That's what's up. And at around the same time you were deciding to pursue the music, is that when you were trying to switch over to the legit weed business?
Yes, correct.
So speak about the weed business that you run right now. It's called MooreHouse, right?
Yes, sir.
And the cool thing about MooreHouse is it's a business on so many levels because you have obviously your flour and your pastries and stuff, but you also do the merch and all that stuff too, as well as the music division. Talk to us about what MooreHouse is and what it stands for you.
Morehouse Enterprises, it stands for a bunch of things. It stands for creativity, being innovative, never quitting, loyalty, dedication, and getting to that bag, most definitely.
And what is it about the weed that you do and produce as opposed to other weed?
The weed that I do is it's basically grown with a specific recipe, direct love and care. There's no chemicals in the flower. We work with different growers that's licensed to give everybody that medicative release.
Hmm.
That and to keep it organic, most definitely. No synthetic liquids to go in it to create its look, its structure. We basically take time and do the research on the actual genetic profile that we're trying to reproduce.
I mean, that was a dope scientific technical answer, but the answer I was just looking for is, I mean, the difference is you got straight gas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everything I've ever come across with the Morehouse logo on it has been pretty much exotic and
Appreciate you.
gas. So as far as when it comes to making a premier product like that, how hard is it to get your hands on or to be able to produce a dope ass product? Because a lot of people have weed, but a lot of people don't have exotic weed like that. So
Right.
how hard is it in this weed game nowadays when you're trying to stand out and have a product that dope?
Uh, you got to do lots of research, spend that bag. You can't go around the money. You can't go around the cash flow, the knowledge, the research. You got to build. You got to keep building. You got to keep reproducing it. Keep testing different atmospheres out for it.
So pretty much you got to invest in yourself so
Basically,
that way you could get a good product.
most definitely, you got to invest in yourself
That's what's
for
up.
sure.
That's what's up. And what else other than flower does Morehouse do?
We do music. We
Yeah,
do
I mean on the weed aspect.
the weed aspect. We cultivate. We distribute it. We do edibles.
The edibles. Talk about the edibles.
The edibles, they're crazy. Paranoid Pastries is the brand, and we tend to focus on the dosage for everybody needs. So they could range from 150 milligrams up to 400 milligrams, and I know that's crazy because everything's regulated now, but
Right.
there's a lot of people that definitely loves the high dosage. So
Dope.
you,
Dope. Okay, so Morehouse got the tree. Morehouse got the pastries. Um, and now, what's up with the music? Y'all
uh,
signing artists. Y'all signed yourselves. Y'all putting out albums. Y'all doing videos because I know y'all doing a lot of features and getting a lot of work out here with some Bay Area artists as well as putting out your albums and stuff. Talk a little bit about that as far as the Morehouse brand for the music.
the brand for the music, we definitely have our own label, um, but we're also looking to sign hot artists as well as collaborating with different hot artists from the Bay Area.
And who are some of the artists you guys have already worked with?
Work with Filthy Rich.
That's
A
what's
lot
up.
of his FOD camp.
That's
Big
what's
ups
up.
to them on the album. To Motion or Not to Motion is out also.
Dope. And so you said you were looking for artists. What type of artists would you be interested in working with to let wave the Morehouse flag?
Honestly, the Bay Area has a lot of hot artists. Um, Jeez, it's a lot to name.
No, not who. I'm like, what kind of artists are you guys interested
Oh,
in working with in the future, like for yourself, for your
um,
label?
a lot of hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Some R&B artists also. All kind. It could be reggaeton. As long
You don't care what it is as long as it's
don't care
hot.
what it is, as long as it's hot.
That's what's up.
Music is dope. So
Okay, so as far as doing the music and doing the tree business, which one do you prefer to do better?
that's a hard choice.
It's like asking which of your two girlfriends do you like the best,
All
huh?
right.
Yeah, I feel you.
I prefer to do the tree,
Why is
uh,
that?
just because it'll never get old. It'll never. There's no gimmicks, with flower. It's either it's gas or it's booth. You know what I mean? So
That is true.
um, there's no in between. So they got its different lanes also. Whether you grow an outdoor greenhouse, indoors, there's always room for improvement with the weed game. It's never really the same.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What else do you got going on?
We got a lot going on. We're working on new music. We're working on a few commercials with CM Deluxe. Shout out to CM
What
Deluxe.
are the commercials going to be for?
For our brand, our clothing brand,
Oh, talk about the clothing brand. You always got the
um,
merch.
yeah, we've been working on the merch for a minute now, but we're dropping some commercials just to get new merch items out there that's cost efficient. That just anybody could wear. You don't got to be like a certain celebrity status to enjoy great clothing. Everybody's the cool kid. So
That's what's up.
yeah,
Everybody's the cool kid.
yeah,
That should be on the shirt.
yes sir, yes sir.
All right. Anything else you want to leave your fans and supporters with?
Um, the best advice I could give to fans and the supporters is always work hard and don't be so quick to hate on the next person or to down judge somebody because you could deliver a knockout blow with all five of your fingers balled up instead of one finger. Don't worry about what a person ain't giving to you or what a person may have because you stick together, you'll win. You know what I'm saying? Just be open minded with shit. You know what I mean? You just never know, what working with somebody could get you. You know what I mean?
Damn, that sounds like some solid advice right there. That's a good one. All right. Well, we appreciate you coming through, sitting down with us for a moment. It's Mars Radio, MooreHouse Chris. We out.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to Mars.